This video shows the entrance of a Red Star Macalline shopping center in Leshan, Sichuan. The shopping center has been unable to operate normally for several days. According to online sources, this closure is due to a rent dispute with small property owners. A series of conflicts ensued, leading to the store being locked. Today is the 10th day. Red Star Macalline is closed again, and many small property owners have come. A representative of the small property owners stated that they haven't received any rental income for over 6 months. Despite being owed money, the store demands that they lower their rental rates. Meanwhile, the store's tenants also struggle with high rent and have requested a 6-month rent reduction. They've already paid rent from January to March, but the store claims their money has been given to the property developer. That's what led to the conflicts. In today's worsening market economy, both property owners and tenants are victims of economic turmoil. Such disputes could have been avoided, but the lack of action by the authorities has led to widespread conflicts nationwide. Looking at the current and future market trends, the home furnishing market's model of small property owners buying and leasing back properties has become a significant issue in China's home building materials industry. In recent years, the continuous closures and failures of branded chain home stores indicate that the days of easy profits for these stores and their landlords are ending. Red Star Macalline is one of the brands that have met their end.
This is the best mall in Zhengzhou, Henan, Red Star Macalline. Look at the prime locations on the 3rd floor, all vacant. A year ago, no one rented this spot, and it's still empty. Many stalls inside are vacant. The market has drastically changed, but we must adapt our business methods to survive.
A woman who rented a kitchen appliances store in Red Star Macalline has now closed her store due to poor business. She says, I officially announced that my store in Red Star Macalline is closed. I am Zhao Fei, and I sell integrated stoves. I wonder how the business of other physical store owners is this year. I was always determined, but I couldn't withstand this year's market conditions. After closing the store, I had nothing to do and spent a lot of time at home. My mother encouraged me to continue selling stoves because I don't know any other industries. At our age, we are the family's backbone and can't rest. Resting means losing our livelihood, so I found another store to continue. I'm scared because I lost over 2 million yuan in the previous store, and I may not have enough money for renovations now. A shopper posted online, I wanted to visit the high-end Red Star Macalline Mall, but the entire building was empty. No security, no merchants, no customers, just me and my friend. We went upstairs and met a shop owner who said most businesses had closed down. Thinking back to a few years ago, this place was bustling. What caused this? Was it the rise of e-commerce, high production, sales, and operational costs leading to high prices and low sales, or market saturation reducing purchasing power? I'm not sure, but the decline of the physical economy is disheartening. On July 3rd, Red Star Macalline announced that its second-largest shareholder, Red Star Macalline Holding Group, had its restructuring application accepted by the Shanghai Pudong New Area People's Court. The holding group stated that the court has ruled the company to enter restructuring, but success is uncertain. During the restructuring process, all company bonds not yet due will stop accruing interest and mature early on the acceptance date. Since then, the founder of Red Star Macalline, Jianxing, who rose to prominence with his home furnishing empire, has seen his business fall from grace. Red Star Macalline was once a significant success story. Jianxing started the business with just 600 yuan, about $83. On June 19, 2008, the world's first park-style home furnishing mall and the largest single-building home furnishing mall was opened in Shanghai at a cost of 1.5 billion yuan. The company went public on the Shanghai Stock Exchange in 2018. During the booming real estate market from 2018 to 2020, the home furnishing industry, as a secondary business, also thrived. At its peak, there were nearly 200 Red Star Macalline home living plazas worldwide. Red Star Macalline's business model had two approaches. One was to buy land and build malls to rent out, and the other was to manage third-party properties. In 2009, Jianxing started developing real estate through Red Star Properties while continuing with Red Star Macalline. However, the real estate industry experienced a sharp decline in 2020, severely impacting the home furnishing industry. With declining occupancy rates and insufficient income to cover interest payments, Red Star Macalline's debt reached 200 billion yuan at its peak. The company took various measures to rescue and finance itself, including selling its real estate segment to Sino-Ocean Corp and introducing new investors like C&D Group. Despite these efforts, Che Jianxing cashed out about 14 billion yuan, but the debt crisis persisted. The 2023 audit report of Red Star Holding showed that the company's principal and overdue interest within a year exceeded 6 million yuan, while the cash on hand was only 110 million yuan. Clearly, the previous glory is gone, and more industries and companies affected by the real estate downturn will emerge. Starting from early this year, Red Star Macalline, a high-end mall well known to the Chinese public, has been closing numerous stores. In the first quarter of this year, 4 large furniture malls were closed. They were located in Xiamen Huli District, Jinniu District in Chengdu, and Rongcheng City in Weihai. The store at 9 Huyu Road, Huli District, Xiamen, covered 54,808 square meters. It opened in December 2016, with the lease expiring in May 2030. But the lease was terminated 6 years early, and the store closed in February this year. The store at 470 Longmen West Road, Layang, Yantai, covered 59,145 square meters. It opened in September 2020, with the lease expiring in December 2023, but it closed in February this year. The store at 118 Weijiayan Road, Jinniu District, Chengdu, covered 123,933 square meters. It opened on August 23, 2014, with the lease expiring in August 2023, but it closed in March this year. The Dragon Dream Red Star Macalline in Shenyang, located in the bustling business district of Pangjiang Street, also closed. Despite being in a prime commercial location with convenient public and metro transport and a large nearby residential consumer base, the business could not be sustained. 10 years ago, Red Star Macalline rose rapidly and was bustling with activity from the very beginning. It was the largest commercial hub in Shenyang, combining commerce, transportation, tourism, and residential areas. Media described it as the Pangjiang Dragon of Shenyang's commercial scene. However, 10 years later, this place has become desolate, and the contrast is poignant. The decline of this commercial hub is partly due to failing to keep up with the times, but fundamentally, it reflects the downturn in China's economy. As one netizen put it, these old malls have poor service awareness, outdated decor, and an inability to adapt to modern developments while still thinking they're doing well. It's no wonder they have fewer and fewer customers. Moreover, the decline of many large malls is closely related to their business models and treatment of tenants. These physical malls rely on tenants for survival, but focus only on their own profits without leaving room for tenants to make a profit. They exploit one tenant after another, making it unsustainable for anyone to rent space in these malls, leading inevitably to their closure. Some believe that large malls have simply been outcompeted by e-commerce and have been left behind by the times. They often fail to match the quality, price, service, after-sale support, and reputation of e-commerce platforms. Now, China's economy has deteriorated to the point where even e-commerce is struggling. Even Double 11, once a grand shopping festival, has become a risky venture. Maintaining large malls is even more challenging. In China, Double 11 is the largest annual sales event. However, this year's second largest sales event, 618, saw a slowdown in sales. The total transaction value during 618 decreased by 7% compared to the same period last year, marking the first decline in the history of the 618 shopping festival. A Shanghai e-commerce operator named Lu Zhenwang said, "The golden days of e-commerce are over. This year's competition is really fierce, and I think many sellers won't survive the next 3 years." E-commerce once accounted for 27% of China's retail market, but according to Euromonitor International, its growth rate in China's retail market has slowed to single digits in recent years due to the economic downturn. Lu Zhenwang believes that Chinese consumers' enthusiasm for shopping festivals has significantly cooled. Continuing to hold the annual Double 11 shopping event has become a risky decision. No merchant can be sure of how much they will sell, making inventory management a challenge. Until China's economy recovers, explosive growth during shopping festivals is unlikely. The decline of large malls follows a similar pattern. These malls depend on consumer spending, but with empty pockets, how can consumers spend? Rising prices deter consumers from shopping in physical stores. Just a casual stroll in a mall can cost hundreds or even thousands of yuan. Online shopping offers more choices and is often cheaper than physical stores. Despite potential quality differences, low prices drive more people to shop online. Now, with less disposable income, consumers are holding back even from online shopping. This issue will worsen in the future as young people, the main consumers, are now saving money. After the pandemic, many countries experienced a surge in revenge spending. However, in China, the opposite occurred, with young people adopting revenge saving, setting high monthly savings goals. After the pandemic, China's economy has struggled to recover, with the real estate market collapsing and youth unemployment soaring. Consumer confidence remains low. Unlike their peers in other countries who indulged in impulsive spending, young Chinese people have turned to aggressive saving. In recent years, many savings-related hashtags have emerged on Chinese social media, such as the Save Money campaign, saving check-ins, and collecting gold beans. Among young Chinese, revenge saving has become a trend. On Chinese social media, a 26-year-old girl described how she manages to live on just 300 yuan, about $41 a month, sharing videos showing how she keeps her daily meal expenses under 10 yuan, about $1. Other young people are looking for saving partners online. A partner in this context refers to someone with shared interests in a specific activity, and together they work towards a common goal. This has become a social culture in China in recent years. These like-minded individuals form saving circles online to help each other stay committed to their frugal strategies, include eating at community canteens, which are usually set up for the elderly and offer cheaper meals. Sean Rain, managing director at China Market Research Group, told CNBC that young Chinese people have a revenge savings mentality. He explained that young Chinese have lost confidence, and it will take years of economic prosperity for them to feel secure enough to indulge in revenge spending again. In the 2010s, young people often spent more than they earned, borrowing money to buy luxury items like Gucci bags and iPhones. Now, Chinese youth are focusing on saving more. Terms like reverse consumption and stingy economy signal that young Chinese are tightening their wallets. Reverse consumption refers to consciously reducing spending, while stingy economy means actively seeking discounts and deals when shopping. Another trend among young Chinese is special forces travel, which involves visiting as many tourist spots as possible in the shortest time and with the least amount of spending, similar to the challenges faced by special forces. The primary reason young Chinese are increasingly reluctant to spend money is the economic downturn in China. According to a recent report from the People's Bank of China, household renminbi deposits grew by 11.8% year-on-year in the first quarter of 2024. Meanwhile, intense competition in the job market and difficulties in finding good jobs have exacerbated the challenges faced by young people. An assistant professor at NYU Shanghai, Mao Jia, said, refusing to spend money is a real phenomenon. For some young people, because they can't find jobs or find it harder to increase their income, they have no choice but to cut back on consumption. Since the pandemic, the employment rate for new graduates in China has steadily declined. According to a report by Zhaoping last month, only 48% of new graduates received informal job offers, a 2.4 percentage point decrease from last year. The proportion of graduates opting for slow employment rose from 18.9% last year to 19.1%, and the proportion choosing freelance work increased from 13.2% to 13.7%. Interestingly, the Chinese authorities often avoid the term unemployment, using euphemisms like slow employment, light employment, flexible employment, and gig economy to downplay the country's unemployment rate. To survive, 90% of graduates are not fixated on finding a good job, but are more inclined to find any job. The proportion of graduates signing contracts in third-tier and smaller cities has also increased, now accounting for a quarter of all signed contracts. Dr. Xie Tian, a professor at the University of South Carolina's School of Business, believes that the term revenge spending is an insult from the Chinese government to young people. He argues that young people's desire to save is fundamentally a form of self-preservation during tough economic times. In a country without any welfare or medical assistance, saving for emergencies is not wrong. The Chinese government uses media to hype up revenge spending to encourage young people to spend their savings and boost the economy. This, according to Dr. Xie, is a reflection of the government's exploitative mindset. From the government's perspective, everything, including the people's savings, belongs to it. If young people don't spend money to support the government and the GDP, they are seen as betraying and retaliating against the government. The ongoing closures of large malls, supermarkets, and various businesses are the result of the government's exploitative rule. The root cause of China's economic decline is not the young people's revenge saving, but the government's own policies.